Hi there and welcome to the Basalte Concept house. Today I will try to explain you a little bit more on how you can integrate AV into your KNX installation. But first, let me give you a short introduction on Basalte. Basalte is a Belgian brand founded in 2008 as a design keypad manufacturer. Nowadays, however, we are developing a complete front-end solution, so the interface between the customer and his smart home. So where did music come into play in that Basalte concept? Well, we strongly believe that music and AV in general is very important in a smart home to increase the comfort and the lifestyle experience. Music is everywhere available nowadays, in your car, during cycling, during jogging, swimming even. So we strongly believe and we feel that music cannot fail to be available in every room of your beautiful house. But why would you want to integrate music in your KNX installation? What are the key benefits for your customer? Well, First of all, you have the comfort. You can increase comfort by, for example, if you leave the room or if you leave the building, when switching off the lights, lowering the blinds. In the same scenario, you can also switch off all the music rooms and all the other AV devices and your TVs, so everything is switched off all in one click of a button. Second of all, if you have an intelligent keypad, you can use it for the day-to-day control of your music, switching on music, maybe also ramping the volume up by a long press on that same button. You can do volume down on another button. And if you have an intelligent keypad like the Fibonacci or the Sentiero, you can just have a long press on that multi-touch, selecting another color, and it will change to another radio station or to another music channel. And then you can just switch off the music with another button again. That is also increasing comfort. It's day-to-day music control in every room on a KNX keypad. A third aspect of increasing comfort is also increasing the security in the installation by adding music. Because we have notifications that can be triggered by a KNX trigger. So when, for example, your smoke detector gets triggered by a KNX, then there is a vocal notification that there could be, for example, a fire in the living room or a fire in the bedroom of one of the kids. That is increasing security, that is increasing comfort. That are one of the reasons, again, for including music or integrating music in your KNX installation. So here we are at the Basalte training room, where I will give you an introduction of all the Basalte AV related products. Basalte made a little bit of difference than the other solutions out there because we have built up a complete AV solution from out of KNX side instead of most of our other companies building AV products and interfacing them over an IP gateway to a KNX installation. Our servers, for example, have a native KNX connector. They have a KNX physical address and they integrate natively within a KNX installation. We have two types of servers. First of all, we have the new Core Mini server. It can control AV devices, third-party AV devices like your IPTVs, like a surround receiver, or like any other kind of infrared or IP-controlled AV products. But it does not link with our audio network, so we cannot connect our amplifiers to the Core Mini. Its bigger brother, however, the Core S4 server, is a full-blown KNX Logic server, also with an integrated music server. It has, next to a standard LAN port, also an audio network connection. So on the audio network, we connect all our other amplifiers to it. All the amplifiers and the server are connected on the audio network on a dedicated audio switch. And it means that wherever you connect one source to one of the devices, one of the amplifiers, it becomes a centrally available source for all the amplifiers in the system, in the network. So not only on the four rooms of that four-room amplifier. In terms of amplifiers, we have different modules. We have four-room amplifiers, 2 times 125 watt per channel, 2 times 80 watt per channel, 50 watt per channel, and so on. The most common used amplifier is the M4. So again, you can see the audio network connection. You have two inputs for local source connection. And these sources can be available on the four rooms of the amplifier, but also become available on the audio network, so to all the other amplifiers that are being installed in the building. We can have up to 80 amplifiers in one network, so that means multiplied by 4, 320 rooms is the maximum configuration of our installation. 320 rooms of music. Next to amplifiers, we also have other modules. I will take one small example. This is an input module. So if you connect one source or 3 sources here on that module, if you connect the sources to the N3, we put it also on the Kubernetes, on the audio network, and becomes, or all the 3 sources become a centrally available source. So if you install this behind your TV or close to another audio source, these sources become a central available source for the complete system. To control third-party AV devices, we have IP control done over the server, or we have infrared or RS-232 serial control. You can control your TV lift, your Apple TV, Blu-ray player, and any other kind of AV device, like a Sony Beamer or whatever. And if you're looking for the right type of ceiling speakers that can be connected to the amplifiers, Basalte also has Cielo. Cielo speakers are available in 5-inch, in 6-inch and 8-inch. They have a woven Kevlar dome, aluminium tweeter, which is pivotable, and they come with a round and a square grille. So, next to the server and the amplifiers, which are more technical solutions in our concept, we also try to make music more visible. And we do that with the alto range of speakers. Active design speakers, which come in various finishes. So the sides are available in most of the colors of the Sentido switches, in aluminium, brushed brass, bronze, nickel. And the fabrics, the front of the speaker, is available in a wide variety of finishes over here. So they can perfectly match the rest of the interior. Technically, the alto speakers are connected to the 230 volt and to the audio network. They also have a Bluetooth module inside, so you can stream with your mobile device a Bluetooth sound to one of the speakers and then join all the other rooms of the building to listen to that same sound. They also have an optical input, so you can connect your TV as a source to one of the speakers, and again, that TV source will become a distributed source to listen to your TV sound in all of the rooms of the building. So, how do you control your music in your installation? Well, we have an app for that. We have Basalte Home, and in Basalte Home you have the control over your lights, your blinds, your complete installation over your smartphone or a tablet, and of course also the music. So if you click on the music button, it will open the music page where you will see the artist in the room, and if you want to change the song, you can change to another source. So it can be the TV, it can be a Bluetooth connected device, it can be one of the users, father, mother, or the 2 children. So if I click on George, it will be the stream of George now playing in the living room or in the family room. And George will have his specific favorites. It could be favorite playlists, favorite radio stations, favorite Tidal or Deezer or Spotify playlists. And if you want to browse more deeply into music content, you can go to your NAS drive, where you have your music library being stored. Or you can have another radio station, internet radio stations, or natively browse in, for example, the Tidal account, where you can type in, for example, Sting, and then play some songs from Sting in the family room. So on the main page here, you can do ramping of the volume up and down. You can swipe to another song, and we can lower the volume again. If you want to join other rooms to listen to the same music, then you can just go to the overview of all the rooms of the building and there click join on all the rooms that you want to join and listen to the same music. So next to the control over an iPad or over your smartphone, you can also use a touchscreen like our beautiful touchscreen Ellie. So as soon as it wakes up in the room where it is installed, where you see all the functions of that room, including music. So if you click on the music tab, you will be able to choose the user or another music source. So if I click on George, it will start playing the music stream of George. I can change the music volume, ramp it up or ramp down. And if I want to go to the next track again, I can just swipe on the screen and it will play another track. A much more quicker way to control your installation is through a remote control. Here is the Miro remote control of Basalte. So this is the Miro. You see it has a limited number of buttons, but it's the most essential ones. You have a touchscreen. So if I touch on the screen here, you have a list of rooms where I can scroll through. Or you can use a small joystick here. So scrolling up and down and pushing to confirm. So now I'm controlling the living room. On top of the Miro, you have the most important buttons. You can choose whether you want to control lights, music or AV. So clicking on the light button, it will give you the lights, the shades, even temperature and scenarios to control. So let's control some lights, the front light in the living room, and you can dim it up and down on the touchscreen or again by using the joystick here up and down. If you have a Philips Hue light, just click on the color button and you can pick another color. Moving now to the music in the living room, you can just click the music button. If you tap twice, you will have the choice again between who is playing music in the room. So it could be Jane. And Jane, her music will start up to play. And she will have the choice with the favorite button to call up the favorite playlists and radio stations. Okay. AV control is done over the TV button. So by selecting here, again over the touchscreen or the joystick, the appropriate AV device that you want to control, let's say the TV. You have again the favorite button for selecting your favorite TV channel. And then you have a menu button for recording a program or for the TV guide. And then you also have the numeric display, which is also again on the touchscreen available to select another channel by numbers selection. Tapping 2 times on the home button will also give you the most important KNX scenes. So very quickly you could set the relax scene, the good morning scene or the leaving the house scenario. Now let's give you a quick introduction to Basalte Studio, our software tool to program all of this. You first start to create a project, a topology of the building. We already did that now for an example. You can create floors. In the floor you have rooms. And in the rooms you drag and drop all the devices that you can find on the right side of the software tool. So it changes from KNX lights, shades, thermostats, but also our amplifiers, for example, speakers, AV receivers, IPTVs, and other devices to control over infrared or serial. Let's first add another amplifier maybe to the device rack. So we drag and drop the M4 amplifier into the device rack. And we can also drag and drop some speakers, for example, in the bedroom, in the bathroom, or in the dressing room, and so on. So every room that needs music, you add some pair of speakers to it. We have a home cinema room where we already added an Apple TV and a B-Link Flex, a module to control that Apple TV over infrared. But let's also add a surround receiver. So maybe we can choose from one of the list over here, maybe an Integra or a Yamaha. Drag and drop it into the home cinema room together with an IPTV or an a TV that we will control over IP, like for example the Sony. You put it also in the home cinema room. And then the next step, if you have done all of this and you have added all the devices in the rooms, you go to the Connections tab. You click here, and in the Connections tab, you see all the AV devices that we have added in the rooms. So if we zoom in a little bit, you see we have a number of speakers, and we have the amplifiers. So on the output of the amplifiers, we connect the dots and we connect them to the speakers. So we make actually a virtual connection of the speaker with the amplifier. You can see that this is the server.
also having the digital output on the server. So we can connect the output of the server to the surround amplifier. It will create an extra room of music through the surround amplifier. And here you find the Bealing Flex module outputting infrared flasher to your Apple TV. So now we control the Apple TV. You can do that with various devices and create a complete setup of connections here. In the next tab, music, you configure your music, the NAS drive, the music sources, and so on. The next thing, you can link the ETS project to the server project and connect the group addresses. Make some logic and then push the programming to the server and you're ready.
Thank you for joining us. And if you want more detailed information or if you're up to an online training, just contact us.